Let me move on, viewers. Just a few days ago, Rahul Gandhi was all fire and brimstone. He stood next to the President of India, and you saw him submitting what he claimed were crores of signatures of worried farmers saying that their lives were in jeopardy on account of the farm laws. He accused Prime Minister Modi of lack of empathy for farmers who, according to Rahul Gandhi, were being cheated by the centre. But today, in a sudden but not entirely uncharacteristic turn of events, the angry young man of the Congress party has betrayed his lack of commitment to the farmers' cause. Yes, development replete with irony, Rahul Gandhi has dumped the Kisan for Milan in Italy. That's right, the announcement that Rahul is in Italy, in Milan, has stunned even senior leaders of the Congress party, piqued by his absence on Congress's 136th Foundation Day, which is today, and at the peak of the Kisan Andolan, which is at a very, very critical juncture. They are now beginning to question Rahul's obvious lack of commitment to the party or any of the country's voters, and even his suitability to politics. Some diehards who perhaps gain because they are a tight coterie around Rahul Gandhi and are expecting just rewards for their loyalty are, however, trying to gloss over the embarrassing turn of events, saying that Rahul has gone to Italy for party work, while another says he's in Milan to tend to his grandmother. There are all sorts of excuses being put. They're saying that the grandmother is very, very unhealthy, is in very, very poor health. But that, of course, raises the question then, why isn't Sonia Gandhi and other members of the Gandhi Vadra clan also traveling to Italy? And why, around New Year's, when there is a long weekend sort of coming up, is Rahul Gandhi again making himself scarce? Now, those are questions that, of course, need to be answered. But first, listen to some Congress leaders turn rebels because they are so disgusted today by the state of affairs. Listen to a couple of them. We spoke to them. Now, these are individuals, viewers, who are not shying away from speaking their mind.
न तो रणनीति है, न संगठन है, और न संगठन बनाने की कोई चेष्टा है। आप यही नहीं तय कर पा रहे हैं कि आपकी पॉलिटिकल लाइन क्या रहेगी। आप पूरी तरह से सेकुलर पॉलिटिक्स करेंगे, वक्त आएगा तो आप मंदिर मंदिर घूमेंगे, जनेऊ दिखाएंगे, आप कहेंगे कि हम जनेऊधारी ब्राह्मण हैं। तो ये लोग इतना मूर्ख मत समझो। अरे भाई, बहुत सारे लोगों ने नारा लगाया था प्रियंका लाओ, कांग्रेस बचाओ। तो कांग्रेस, अब वो नारा अगर सही ढंग से देखा जाए तो 1.5 साल में प्रियंका आई और कांग्रेस डुबाई। गांधी परिवार कभी उसके बिना कांग्रेस की कल्पना कम की जाती थी, लेकिन आज बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो ये रियलाइज करते हैं कि अब तो ये वर्डन हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि इन्होंने कोई नया नेतृत्व तो बनने नहीं दिया। इस परिवार में कहीं कोई नया नेतृत्व विकसित नहीं होने दिया।
वह यूथ लीडर के नाम पर मैनेजमेंट वाले,
जिनको कहीं से फाइनेंस करने वाला कोई रहा हो, पैसा
वाला है, ये है वह है, दे दिया, 10 लोग मेंबर बना लिया, वहीं से इसका ग्रास जो है बेस गड़बड़ हुआ। और आते आते यहाँ तक कहते हैं कि अब यूथ लीडरशिप नहीं निकली। अरे नहीं निकली, सारे देश भर के लोगों ने कहा ये सिस्टम गलत हो जाएगा, ये सिस्टम कोलैप्स कर देगा। तो राहुल जी ही बुरा मान गए। ये तो सीधे सीधे घर में से निकली नहीं थी और रातों रात जनरल सेक्रेटरी बना दी गई। तो इनको बेचारी को अनुभव मिला नहीं, इनकी क्या गलती है? क्या कांग्रेस में पहले भी परिवार से हट के भी प्रेसिडेंट बहुत हुए हैं, ऐसा तो नहीं है। आपको क्या दिक्कत है, बनाओ। कांग्रेस विपक्ष की भूमिका निभाने की उसकी जिम्मेदारी बनती है। और जिम्मेदारी ऐसे नहीं होगी कि कभी चलो छुट्टी मना ले, कभी अवकाश पर है, कभी विदेश पर है, मन किया तो खेल लिया और राजनीति खेल लिया, जब मन किया तो नहीं हम अवकाश पर हैं। राजनीति में कौन अवकाश?
ऐसा आपको लगता है कि ये गांधी परिवार से बाहर निकलकर नहीं देख पा रहे हैं, इसलिए ये अड़चन आ रही है?
बिल्कुल इसलिए अड़चन आ रही है, सच्चाई है, सच्चाई है।
Well, basically, what you're hearing is members of the AICC, and these are experienced politicians, rebelling on camera, expressing their disgust against what they believe is Rahul's hypocrisy, his lack of application, his commitment to the job at hand, and of course to the voters. Now, are these individuals being too unfair? Have they read it right? Dr. Anand Ranganathan, what do you believe? We also have with us Sanjay Jha, suspended Congress leader. I'll come to him, who's written a book in which a prominent chapter has been devoted really to the Gandhis and their insuitability. First of all, Sanjay, I want to tell you that I've been reading some parts of your book, hoping to have a more detailed conversation with you on that, but we'll talk about that later. I want to bring in Dr. Anand Ranganathan first. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, some truths to what Satyadev Tripathi and Santosh Singh are saying, isn't it? Let's give them that at least.
I'm sorry, Rahul, good evening, but I think you're being too harsh on your namesake. Rahul Gandhi is a world leader. He has gone to express his solidarity with international farmers. What's wrong with that? He belongs to the world, not just to India. Please understand that. And these farmer protests are a pan-global phenomena, as I'm sure you've learned from the op-ed pages of NYT and WAPO and all the NRI intellectuals who are writing column yards outraging on these reforms that they were backing when Congress was in power. So it is only natural that Rahul has gone abroad to express solidarity. Remember, Italy is facing a grave olive oil crisis. Its production of olive oil this year has been the lowest in decades. Couple this with how COVID has affected the availability of Italian farm labor, and you can see why Rahul has flown in to help in any which way. More than a quarter of Italian farm production is based on foreign labor from Africa and South Asia. I think his helping Italian farmers will only increase goodwill towards India. Also, it is not that he has forgotten the Indian farmers. While he is away, he has deputed Robert Vadra, the original land-owning son of the soil, to look after Indian farmers' interests. And Robert will make sure that the seeds of anarchy that Rahul has so carefully planted here will sprout and lead to a bumper crop for the dynasty. There might be a little problem of Rahul not being able to coordinate with Robert on a daily basis, as Robert is a Jio subscriber. And because the protesters vandalizing Reliance network infrastructure in Punjab, communication has become a huge issue. Hopefully, Tehseen Poonawalla can become a middleman or an Aratia and pass on the messages to and fro.
Well, I couldn't help but quickly do a Google check on where olive growing regions and belts are in Italy. And maybe you would want to add that to your fine thesis this evening. In the center north of Italy, the most important regions for olive tree production are Tuscany, Lazio, Campania, Abruzzo. I don't know if Mr. Gandhi will venture that south or central, but he's certainly up north right now. Maybe that's where it's all marketed and sold, you know, Milan being a commercial capital also of sorts for Italy. Well, thank you for that in-depth research that you have done, Doctor. As usual, let me bring in Sanjay Jha on a more sort of or less sarcastic, sardonic note. Sanjay Jha, you know, we might all sport wry smiles and have the occasional, you know, laugh at Rahul's expense, but this is, I think, you know, going a bit too far now, isn't it? I mean, this is no longer cute. This is no longer a sign of, you know, a politician who likes his vacations, etc., because there are just too many of them. It's like almost politics is a vacation for him, avocation or what have you. I don't know what the word would be, but this is getting a bit too much, isn't it? Sanjay Jha.
For a very long time, Rahul, and he has to recognize that in politics or in public life, there is no margin for error. All politicians, whether they are Congress, BJP, any other party, Democrats, Republicans, Labour, Conservative, you have to be very aware that you live in a goldfish bowl. Questions will be asked. It is the responsibility of the media to ask where you're traveling. And, you know, I'm very glad that you mentioned this point at the very beginning, Rahul, because I do believe that if a member of the family is unwell, yesterday Randeep Surjewala, who's been a colleague of mine for a long time, should have said so. He should have articulated that. I think that would have just kind of nipped all the speculation in the bud. Everyone goes to meet a family member when there is any kind of medical emergency. Now, that has not been said. Now, it is the right of every individual, looking at the fact that Rahul in the past has done this earlier. I do believe as an individual, he has a fundamental right to do so. But when you are a political personality and you have the biggest day, and this is what upset me considerably, that today was the 136th anniversary of the Grand Old Party of India. You're missing an action. And in the time of COVID, there is a need when the farmers are protesting and the party itself has been struggling at the ground level, that the leader needs to be above reproach and any kind of blame. And I think the fact that Rahul makes himself so susceptible and such an easy target, and he's doing so, in my opinion, with the full knowledge that this is going to create a massive blowback or, a negative publicity for him. He cannot afford to be so indifferent and nonchalant, because you know what, Rahul? Ultimately, it's not just Rahul Gandhi who's getting attacked or, whose reputation is getting destroyed. The Congress party as an organization, and I believe the Congress party is bigger than any individual in the party, bigger than the Gandhis collectively put together. The Congress party doesn't deserve this. So either Rahul should have been very transparent, and if he's not been transparent or there is this mystery around his visit,
Yes.
then I do believe it doesn't send a good message at all.
Doesn't set a good. You see, the point is, viewers, at very critical junctures, Rahul has been missing. Leadership, he's abandoned. After the drubbing in the Lok Sabha polls, when many people were saying we really need to introspect, he took off on a multi-nation trip. Sonia Gandhi hosted in 2015 the Parliament budget session, a farewell dinner for Manmohan Singh, but Rahul takes off for a multi-nation trip. That's really what the catchword is. We're going to put out that graphic also for you viewers. After Congress was reduced to 44 MPs, Rahul goes off on a sabbatical. I mean, he was virtually untraceable for a long time. Haryana polls, October 2019, BJP gets JJP support, snatches victory from Congress. Rahul was on a foreign meditational visit amid corona pandemic in July 2020, where there were about 61,000 new cases per day, where the Congress party was taking its reputation, talking about the migrant crisis. Rahul flew to London, Italy in a private charter. Parliament debates the farm laws in September. When the bills were passed, he took Sonia Gandhi for a medical checkup. That is what we were told. Bihar polls, October 2020, extensive campaign by BJP and Tejasvi Yadav. It's the second phase of that election, viewers, which made the difference, really. Rahul Gandhi took off to Shimla for a private visit. There's been a void, viewers, in the Congress. On the 25th of May 2020, Congress was left reeling after the death of also Ahmed Patel recently. Rahul flies to Goa in a chartered flight. So, there has been a continuous cycle to this, and I want to ask you once and for all, Ashutosh ji, you're a big supporter of the Congress party, big believer in in Rahul Gandhi's politics. Do you think just a few days after he promises allegedly 2 crore farmers that he's going to represent them very vociferously, he disappears?
BJP and its supporters should stop insulting the farmers. This is a spontaneous Kisan revolt, and why do you want, farmers have made it very clear.
No, I don't know who's insulting the farmer. Ashutosh ji, maybe you didn't hear my question. Let me come to you. If you were somebody who needed help, and if Rahul Gandhi came and said, listen, I will be your voice, and I will go to the president and I will raise your case, and he goes to the president, submits a letter on your behalf, but then disappears soon after, leaving you wondering, how would you feel, sir? This is what he did allegedly to 2 crore farmers.
So allegedly is a very important word that he has used, because the problem with all these people belonging to
No, I used the word allegedly. You didn't probably understand in connection with the term 2 crore farmers, because we don't know if there were actually 2 crore signatures. There could have been anyone. There were no addresses. There was no name, nothing. That's why I was saying alleged 2 crore farmers.
That is another game that BJP will keep playing.
So if there were 2 crores, they are looking to Rahul Gandhi. He's disappeared.
So the question here is this anti-Rahul propaganda. It exposes the guilty conscience and fear psychosis of the Parivar members.
I am being the voice of Congress leaders.
Who have to abandon their families.
Sir, today even his sister was lost for a loss for words.
That one can attend to family and politics.
Sir, today even his sister was at loss for words.
Can be both.
If it was
That
about
is- that is
family,
the
then I'm
reason
sure Priyanka Gandhi Vadra would have come out and said, look, don't hound my brother. He's going to visit his nani. But look what she says instead. She walks away when is asked on camera. Let's play that out.
प्रियंका जी राहुल जी नहीं आए, राहुल गांधी नहीं आए, क्यों? प्रियंका जी राहुल जी नहीं आए, राहुल गांधी नहीं आए, क्यों?
If there was an emergency, viewers, Priyanka Gandhi would have easily come out and said, look, don't hound my brother, don't insult my brother, don't mock my brother, don't spread lies about my brother. He has gone to attend to our nani, who is not well. No, Vivek Srivastava, would that not have happened? I mean, Ravi Srivastava ji, wouldn't that be stand to reason?
Rahul, the media and some channels and some people and BJP party are really obsessed with the Rahul Gandhi.
Must be all the
Rahul
channels,
Gandhi
sir,
is
because
there.
every channel has
Rahul
done the
Gandhi
debate. It's
is
been the
there.
front page news of
Rahul
every
Gandhi is
newspaper.
there. Why is there? Rahul Gandhi is not there. Why is not there? And this Anand's submission in the beginning, you are so sarcastic and so cynical.
He can be a free citizen.
Almost insulting a leader of a national.
You are a bitter troll of Modi.
I wasn't. I am supporting Rahul Gandhi, Ravi ji.
His grandmother is sick and he is gone to visit her. She is critically ill. You can imagine.
Okay, physically ill. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, look how insensitive you are. How insensitive the BJP is for saying that Rahul Gandhi is mocking farmers. He's mocking the people of this country. He's gone to attend to his grandmother. For God's sakes, have a heart, says Ravi Srivastava. Mr. Chandrasekhar.
No, Rahul. So if this, I'm assuming if this belated explanation that there is a member of his family that is unwell, and so that I wish them recovery, and I have no problem with that, and it's something that anybody is entitled to do. But the problem here is a slightly bigger problem. For a lot of us in public life, Rahul, who work very hard, and we have rigorous schedules. We need to meet people. We have committee meetings. This conduct is mystifying, aberrational. Is like something that people envy. You can breeze in, breeze out, not attend committees, not attend parliaments, still get to speak so loudly. Okay, by occasionally tweeting on subjects that you know nothing about, you do U-turns about. The issue is not whether he goes off on holidays more often than people who are professional travelers. That is a separate issue. But the fact is, this is such a casual, lazy kind of politics that has been brought and is being given so much importance on Twitter, far above his capabilities or contributions, that it makes people in public life, and this is not a BJP versus Congress thing, it is among people who are in public life shaking a head and saying, how come this man gets to have a political career doing nothing, accepting an occasional tweet, misleading people, hypocrisy and lies in U-turns, and all of us in the other end of politics have to work so hard. So the question is that, what kind of value system towards public life does this man represent? And I'm not getting into all the other issues of ethics and morality, but this kind of a casual, lazy politics is not what New India needs. And I, with great respect to the people representing the Congress here today on this channel, need
viewers, you've heard both sides. One understands. You've heard both sides, viewers, all sides, in fact. There is definitely a case to be made out against Rahul Gandhi for being missing in action, and definitely a need for him to come out and explain what his priorities are. We leave it at that, viewers. I'm coming right back. There have been big developments today. Stay with us.